Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at helping you become an expert in managing your bookmarks in Google Chrome. As we become more and more digitalized and cloud-based in our work, then the use of bookmarks become more and more important. We're now using more web apps and resources online, so knowing how to manage your bookmarks well means you're going to be better organized, which means you're also going to be saving time. So the first thing we're going to look at is the Bookmarks Bar. Now, you might already have this on. You can see here, my Bookmarks Bar is here. If you don't have this on, then you can click on the skinny snowman at the top in the right-hand corner, and then you can see the option here for bookmarks. And then you can turn on Show Bookmarks Bar. So you have the option there to turn it on or turn it off. I think it's really important that you have your Bookmarks Bar turned on, because then it's easy and quick access to get to your applications, your resources, your websites without having to go through any other method, which could slow you down. So make sure you've got that turned on. And the other thing you really want to make sure you're doing is that you're signed in to your Chrome browser. So you can see in the top right hand corner, I've got my icon here. You can see I'm signed in here. This means that if you're signed in and syncing, that when you go on a different device, then your bookmarks will transfer onto that device as well. So let's start and think about how we create our bookmarks. The easiest way to create a bookmark is by clicking the start icon in the Omni box up here. So if I click on this icon here, it would choose to bookmark the tab I've currently got open. When I do so, I can choose the name that I'm going to put in. So this just could be Google Home, and the folder location I want that. I'll go into that in a bit more detail in a moment. Once I'm done, I can click done. And as you can see, it's then put that on my Bookmarks Bar. I can also create a bookmark by clicking on my skinny snowman at the top and going to bookmarks, and then I can click bookmark this tab. The other option I have here is to bookmark all tabs. So if I've got multiple tabs open, so at the moment you can see I've got my Gmail, my Drive and my calendar open, I could click bookmark all tabs. Again, it's going to choose where do I want these. I'm going to choose my Bookmarks Bar, click save. It's actually put them in as a folder in that location. So again, this is a great way of grouping your bookmarks together, and I'll go into folders in a little bit more detail in a moment. You can also bookmark just using the keyboard shortcut, which is Control and D. So I've gone ahead and created my bookmarks a little differently now, so they're actually in there is the Gmail, the Drive and the calendar bookmarks on my Bookmarks Bar. So now we're going to look at how to organize these bookmarks to make them effective for you. So with any bookmarks here, I can drag and drop them around. So if I want to reorder them, move them around, I can drag and drop them. And if there are folders, you can drag and drop them into folders as well. Now, one thing you will notice is the naming convention. So these are just the default names they came in with, which are quite long. And so on your Bookmarks Bar, you've only got a certain amount of real estate, of space across the top. So it's advisable to keep these names quite short. So if I want to change this, I'm going to right click on it and go to edit, and there I can change the name. So it's just picked up something very long, so I can type in Gmail, for example. And as you can see, I'm immediately saving a bit more space and making it a lot clearer. So again, I could change this one to calendar. A real tip as well is if you've got bookmarks where you know what the little icon, which is called a favicon, represents, then what you can do is click edit and just remove the name completely. If I then click save, you can just see the icon remains. And this again is a great way of saving space. So another way we kind of looked at already was about using folders in our organization. If I want to right click on one of these icons, I can click add folder, and I can create a new folder. And I'm going to call this one just Google Tools. Click save. And you can see my Google Tools folder has now been created. I can then just drag and drop these into my Google Tools folder. So then when I click on there, I've got the options there. Again, another way to support your organization and make your folders stand out is to use emoticons. So if I rename this, I could put an emoticon. Now I've got an app here called Joy Pixel. So if I click on here, I find the Joy Pixel emoticon that I want. So I could then click on this. It's in my clipboard now, so if I close out, I'm going to rename this and just put in my emoticon. And again, so it just helps that folder stand out from others. Another way of rearranging your bookmarks is by going into the Bookmarks Manager. This is particularly helpful if you've got a lot of existing bookmarks to manage. So if you click on the Skinny Snowman, go down to Bookmarks and click on Bookmarks Manager, it opens up in this window. So again, you can drag and drop things around, but also you can create folders. So if I click on the three dots here, I can add a new folder. So I could call this one Admin, for example, and then I could again move things around, drag and drop them, and these are represented then on my Bookmarks bar. If your Bookmarks bar ever does fill out, there is a spillover area, but I think you should try and avoid that because the whole point of having the Bookmarks bar is that they're for easy access. You may also notice I've got a couple of options already on my Bookmarks bar, and these have been set by my administrator. So one last tip in helping you become an expert in managing your bookmarks is once you've got them all set up, imagine you come in fresh on the Monday morning and you want to open up a set number of bookmarks. If I've got them all in one folder, I can right click on the folder and click open all, and therefore I just open those up and I'm ready to go straight away. So I hope these tips have been really helpful in helping you become an expert in managing your bookmarks in Google Chrome.